Glad you could join us. We are with Greg Engert, beer director for the neighborhood restaurant group of Food and Wine Sommelier of the Year. The group includes in Old Town, you've got Columbia Firehouse and Vermilion, and not too far away in the Del Rey neighborhood, Evening Star Cafe, and right next door to That Planet Wine. Great to see you as always.
You too, sir.
What do we have on tap this week?
This week we have just a delicious beer from Four Hands. I believe this is the first time we've done a Four Hands beer. They're from St. Louis, Missouri.
I've heard of them, but I think you're right.
Yeah, and I wanted to showcase them because I'll tell you what, they make, every beer they make is solid, but I love their barrel-aged stuff. Their stouts are just delicious. They get the spicing right every time they do it. And this is Madagascar, so named because it employs a hell of a lot of vanilla beans from Madagascar, from the Bourbon Island. And it's been aged in Templeton rye barrels for 6 months. It ends up at 9.3%. And you just get this incredible character. You know, oak barrels, especially rye bourbon barrels, will give you a kind of toasted vanilla quality already, and that's compounded by this vanilla bean. It's pretty fantastic stuff.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh my, it's a treat.
Layers, it's fudgy, great vanilla, little caramel, toffee.
When you go for the sip, got a little inhale of a bit of booze, but it's not boozy tasting.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. You get great like rye character and great barrel, but then yeah, it's not hot on the palate.
And a late coffee finish. That's really that's fun.
This is a great beer. So yeah, these guys, you know, one of the newer breweries. We actually launched them in DC last year, and they're sending out some really great stuff, and it's becoming they're becoming quite a hot commodity. So
now, does that make it? Is this what these guys specialize in, the barrel aged stuff, or
they
are
do
they all over
they
the
do
board?
they do it all. They have some flagship beers, great IPAs. Cash Money is the Imperial IPA. It's fantastic. They've got a burgeoning sour program. But for me, and we stock it all. But for me, I just think that they get it. I just love their Imperial stouts. I think it's cool.
Now, before we started this, you were saying that, well, it's going to be impressive, the pairing with this beer.
I don't know if I'd say impressive. Okay. I think it's just kind of weird.
Okay, well, we like weird.
Because I think it's fun. You know, there's some beers that like taste like food. Like this tastes like white chocolate to me, you know, and vanilla and cream, and it's just amazing. So, you know, those can be easy to pair, but maybe not as interesting to pair because you're thinking like it's dessert beer, and that's fine. And even on this label, it says, you know, pairing. They have a pairing suggestion. It says chocolate cake, and that is 100% correct.
Sure.
But trying to think outside of the box. I do a lot of research and tasting based on these kind of cool molecular harmonies. There's some weird foods that go together and you wouldn't think it rationally, but it just works. And white chocolate, coffee, vanilla, and chocolate, which we have in spades here, tend to go with some flavors you wouldn't expect. So vanilla and olive oil are amazing together. You've got garlic and milk chocolate or white chocolate. Unbelievable. I think that makes sense. Like a tangy pop there with like the sweetness. Citrus goes great with chocolate and coffee. Right. Think about like, you know, lemon peel and espresso. So anything fried too, right? You know, fried Oreos and stuff like that. So just start thinking about things like this. Avocado is awesome, which makes sense if you think about like Mexican food, and this would make sense. We talk about mole sauce all the time. This would work in that way. But Italian food that's really heavy on garlic is outstanding with this Imperial vanilla stout that's been aged in rye barrels. I think that's a pairing you'd like necessarily think right away. Like you got some like white pizza, you know, like New Haven white pizza with clams on it and garlic and olive oil and cheese. It is a killer pairing with this beer.
Orange beef, Chinese. I mean, because you got the orange.
Anything soy, anything that goes well with soy sauce is going to go with this too. Not that it tastes like soy, but yeah, that would be fantastic. And the last thing I was thinking about, sesame chicken. So think about like that is great with this kind of thing. But then also like everything bagels are fantastic with this beer. It's amazing. You get garlic, you've got sesame, cream cheese for that vanilla. Really, really cool.
Perfect pairing for the morning. Start your day with a bagel and some Madagascar. That's just a dynamite beer. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Greg, thank you as always.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone, please always do drink responsibly and be sure to bring your thirst next time for another beer of the week.